Yeah. Clock out, punch out, day is done. Switch on the screen, the real fun's begun. From the East Coast to the West Side Sun, the notification drops for everyone. Yeah, the G is live, US of A. Chasing the clouds, got something to say. Leave the drama and the stress behind. It's a global link for all mankind. Yeah, you know the sound. Butters on the mic, gather round. Random live time, kick up your feet. Turn the speakers up to feel the beat. Yeah, let the good vibes flow. It's the only place you need to go. Ladies butter for that. For the hype, the clouds and random chat. See the names light up from all over the map. Caught in the moment.
Holy shit. As my father's watching, because I could hear the intro from a mile away. What's going on, everybody? We have, of course, Mr. Wicked Vapor here, like the past 2 weeks. Jim, how's it going?
It's going good. I haven't had to leave the house.
Getting high like always, sir?
Getting high as all. I just got a new lighter today.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the only man that I knows that says that gets fascinated by lighters, including a new one that he just got last time.
This one is a bowl lighter. Because watch.
Oh.
You open it, it's a torch. And now I can light my bowl.
But ladies and gentlemen, he showed me the last time before we started doing the show. He had a voice activated lighter.
Oh, that's over there. I've been using that one until this one came in today.
And he was, man, I shit you not. This is the only man that I know that I truly love that gets so fascinated with a voice activated lighter. Ugh. So Jim, anything new on your end besides the lighter?
No, not really. Just trying to keep my sanity about me. This world's getting a little crazier. I thought we had to worry about libtards, but now, no.
Now it's more of the woke Karens.
Now it's more Islam. They're not getting me. Japan weren't taking no shit from them.
Oh, yeah.
I was watching a video this morning. Japan is no.
Brother, it's the same thing like Russia. That's where Russia's getting in on the attacks for...
Yeah, Russia. You don't fuck with Russia. They are either severely Catholic or heavily Orthodox Jew.
Oh, yeah.
You don't fuck with that shit.
Especially with Putin, being president for Russia and shit like that. You know that man don't play.
No, that man don't play. He's old school KGB.
But another person that we haven't heard from in what? Since Trump's first term was fucking Kim Jong-un. We haven't heard from him in quite some time.
No, not really, because he knows better.
He knows to keep his mouth shut.
But he's seeing the heat that Khomeini got, so he's going, I ain't opening my flap.
He's like, I'm going to keep my mouth shut with that. But I did hear and see on a Facebook group that I'm in, a lot of people, still doing the whole bashing of fucking Trump and everything. Some people are sitting there saying that they're glad man Donnie's mayor. I'm like, what idiocracy are you living in?
It sounds kind of, I don't know how liberal we are on this show, but back in my day, we used to call it faggy. But yep. Somebody made a spoof Disney film about British being taken over by Islam.
Right. I never heard of that.
It's true. I mean, yes, you're going to feel foolish watching it, but watch it. Listen to it. It will open your eye. This is going to happen, people. It is too late in most places.
It really is.
They have got a foothold.
I mean, look at it this way. Look how many times just one singular cartoon, and Jim, you and I have spoke about this in Zoom. Look at what cartoon called every single thing that's happened to us. The fucking Simpsons. Now, these motherfuckers, the writers of The Simpsons, called everything that's happened in the future. Donald Trump becoming president. COVID happening. Ebola that happened back in 2014, 2015. The Zika virus. what more content are they gonna dish out that's going to predict the future?
But are they so much predicting the future and just not stupid and can see the past?
I
If you
mean,
look at our past and you look at our progress and you look at where we're headed, you could predict most of this shit yourself. It's not hard to see a car hitting a tree when he ain't got no brakes and headlights and it's midnight.
right. I mean, if you look at there was one episode, of course, they had Donald Trump going down a fucking escalator. What happened? His first time, he was going down a fucking escalator as president. They predicted. They
It
literally
is
said.
uncanny. Yeah, it is.
They even said COVID was going on in China. It was gonna be passed over here. What happened? That's exactly what happened, and the whole world was shut down. Even Family Guy even was sitting there saying some shit about the fucking Zika virus or some shit where it was coming from like someplace like Africa or some shit like that. And it came over to the States, and people got sick all because of it.
Yep.
And it's like, what the hell's going on? Why is the world, now doing all this shit? It's some sort of, how do I put it without sounding like a fucking retard?
Too late.
Shut up. I think it's some sort of thing where like I feel as if the world is now not just the people living on planet Earth, but I feel like planet Earth itself is turning itself against us. That's just the way I see it. Because if you think about it, and Jim, you just made my father laugh with what you said. But if you really think about it, Jim, every 4 years when we have to elect a new president, right?
Yeah.
They always sit there, and you know I've had this conversation before. They've had every new strain of a new deadly disease come out, and it's always every single time when we get a new president.
Because fear equals votes.
And also look what happened. Look when Trump became president the first time. There was a lot, and I mean a lot of people that died from COVID because these dumbass doctors wanted people just to lay in bed, not move around, and they didn't realize it was it had something to do with the lungs, and that's how these people died.
Yeah, well, he died from mismanagement. Exactly, because we they were paying hospitals for people on respirators. So why would I not want to put you on?
Exactly.
Oh, wait a minute. Ivermectin works? No, 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 no. We can't have that because if we got a treatment, we can't have an executive order. We can't have emergency powers. Oh my God. It was murder. It was murder,
Exactly.
plain and simple.
I feel like that
Uh,
was pretty with COVID. That with all these people that died from COVID, I feel like in a way it was murder in the first degree because you're just basically letting all these people just die in the hospital on respirators.
Now, I'm not saying by any means, any way, shape, or form that COVID was anything to laugh at.
Right.
But I think with proper management, COVID wasn't as dangerous as they made it.
Right. And here's the thing. Here's what pisses me off. As you know, COVID came and went like it was nothing. What pissed me off is the fact that they kept saying, "Oh, there's a new strain out there. Oh, it's more deadly than the last. Oh, this, oh that." But didn't we already lose hundreds of thousands, if not millions, already of our own people in the United States because of this shit already?
Yeah, but that's what happened when the flu hit us. When the first time the flu hit the United States colonies, it ransacked them, killed them, dead. Then we learned how to deal with it. All right, COVID hit us. They caught us. Well, take away all the nefarious dealings in the background. But okay, now we know what it is. Now we know how to
Yep.
combat it. It's not a big deal anymore. It is a serious condition,
Yep.
but it's not a big deal. It's like the flu. We deal with flu season every year and we live through it. But
And
some people die of the flu every year.
Yep, and you know, Jim, in a way, with all these different sicknesses that that's coming out, people dying from it or whatever. That's kind of for me personally, from what I'm seeing, it kind of ties into the religion stuff. With what you and I spoke about last night, with the Muslims and the Islams trying to pressure everybody with trying to convert to their religion and say, "Oh, hey, we have the best religion. Oh, this, that, and the third. Come convert." Now, why would I convert to a religion I don't care about?
Well, that's
It's
it. But I wouldn't trust you if you did.
exactly,
Just think about it. If you abandon your religion for mine, what's going to say you're not going to go after the next shiny bauble that's waved in front of your face?
exactly.
It's like dating a married woman. If she's going to cheat on her husband for you, she's going to cheat on you for somebody else.
Oh yeah,
Wake up, people. But the principle is you have a country.
yep,
You don't like living there, but you still want to be able to have those laws. No, this is my country. Shut up.
exactly.
I was watching a video this morning where they were bullying people during that Ramalama Ding Dong that were eating in
Yep.
public. You're not supposed to eat in public. Bullshit. That nobody does that. How about nobody eat meat on Friday in support of the Jews? How about we fast for Lent for the Christians? How about we give the African religion that Quonset or whatever it is,
Why
give
don't we
them
make
their.
every day? Why don't we make every day Friday the 13th?
But I'm telling you, not one religion gets this attention. Why
That's
are you
exactly.
special?
That's exactly. It's just goes to face with those people that cover their faces up and everything. Why the fuck you covering your face up, as well as trying to convert hundreds of millions of other people who don't care?
Well, it's not that we don't care. I'm 60 years old. I was raised Methodist.
Right.
Don't hold that against me, but I was raised a Christian. And at 60 years old, you're not going to come in here, threaten me, tell me everything I know is bad, and expect me to embrace you. No, my religion said, Jim, you're doing okay.
Exactly.
Stay the course. And I'm quite happy with my religion. And my church never told me to go scream in anybody's face. My
Right.
church never told me to tell anybody what to do. My church said just be nice. Don't be a dick.
Right. Don't be a dick. You heard that? You heard it here, folks. Don't be a dick.
But I can have a beard. I can shave my beard. I can cut my dick. I can have an uncut dick. My religion says, dude, just be faithful to God in Christ. That's all you got to do.
That
And
just went
I'm not
rated.
gonna let I'm not gonna let somebody come in with all these new rules and say, Jim, you've been doing it wrong.
That just went rated R real fucking quick. Chopping dicks off and everything. Wow. But yeah, you got a point there. It's just the simple fact that these people want to continue to think that they run shit all because they're new to a country that they've never been before.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you don't run shit. You're not. You're never going to run shit. It's not the same as your country that you just came from, where you ran shit the way you wanted to over there. And I know this is gonna piss some people off because Jim already knows he has my vote for presidency. If you wanna run shit, why don't you become fucking king or queen or president of a country?
Exactly.
Because I can guarantee you, have these people that want to run shit now, like run a whole country without sitting in office, they don't got the balls to even do that. You know, I mean, look at Mandani for fucking example. He's as you know he's mayor of fucking New York. That man has has the balls just to run one state. He doesn't have the balls to sit there and run a whole country. He don't.
But he's doing exactly what he planned to do. He's just going to instill Sharia law and just do what damage he can do before y'all get smart and kick him out.
And that's exactly what it is, and as for the free buses and shit like that there was no way in hell
No.
that was
But
gonna
that just
fucking
shows
pass.
you the mindset of people that don't think it through. We say it every night in Zoom. I mean, it's one thing we know it. We just got to get other people to know it.
Yep.
But they hear what they want to hear, and they don't think of long term. They don't think of how does this play out. Because if I said, Dylan, I think that you are owed a salary, a place to live, and food, a cost of living allowance. It's your God given right.
Exactly.
I wouldn't
And
go,
that's
yeah,
exact.
that sounds awesome. Okay, how does this work? Where does this come from? Uh,
Exactly. And
it's,
that's
it
exactly what they
doesn't
did with
come
the
out of thin air.
exactly, and that's exactly what they did with the migrants when Biden was in office.
That money didn't come out of thin air. That money came from places that we needed it otherwise.
Frosted. But yeah, that money, like you just said, that money didn't come out of thin air. Fucking, they were just giving it all willy nilly because of the simple fact that they keep claiming, oh well, these people need help, these people need help, but yet we're what they failed to realize at that time we're losing a shit ton of money.
But helping is one thing, but you help your own before the mass. All right, I have a loaf of bread. I will break off what my family needs if I have anything left over. If my kids aren't saying, Daddy, I'm hungry, I will share what's left over. That's
Exactly.
how helping the world works. We will take care of our own and then we will give you what we can.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna cut your throat to feed somebody in Ethiopia.
Exactly. And you know what? And that over the past 4 years, me and you've been friends. That's one thing you've taught me. That's exactly what my father's been trying to teach me my entire life. And shout out to Bobby Scully for this, but Bobby's also taught me that in the course of 4 years that I've known him. You know, it's okay to help. It's okay to do good deeds, but just to do it over and over again until you have nothing.
A good deed's not a good deed if it's expected.
Exactly. But and some people don't even expect it at all.
But that's
Which
it. Them are the ones that I like because, well, me and the wife got the campaign going on with pins. We give out pins for silly
yeah.
reasons, make somebody smile for the day. But if
Oh
you're
yeah.
at a register, we were at the dollar store a few months ago now, I guess maybe a year ago, and this poor guy's card would not work. It's not like he didn't have the money; he just couldn't get the fucking thing to work.
Right.
So I paid his bill. It was now when I say this, I'm not looking for praise because it was $6. Don't think
Right.
I did a great deed, but I
Right.
just paid it, and the guy just lit up. I felt good that day. I made somebody
Right.
smile, and it cost me $6. You pay that for a cup of coffee.
Well, yeah. It's like me when I helped my godmother a couple of times when I went to go see her. She wanted to know how to use DoorDash. So we were just DoorDash pizza one night, and then another time when I went back over, I told her how to DoorDash. This woman's face lit up with so much pure joy. It's like that night you asked me about Uber. I helped you with Uber, and your face lit up with pure utter joy.
But it was cool to be able to. But it's still new to me. I mean, you grew up with this shit, but I'm
Yeah.
just finding this out. I know what Uber is. Don't get me wrong.
Joe Jose, how's it going?
I've known what Uber
Mike
is, but
Frost.
for me to actually get on my phone and order a ride, and I
Yep.
actually got home, and it cost me less than a cab would have.
Yep. And that's the good and the bad about Uber is the fact that no matter if you're going like, let's say for example 10 minutes, and I told you about this. If you're just going 10 minutes, it's gonna be cheap as fuck. But if you're going like, let's say 25 miles.
Yeah, no, I get that, and
Yeah.
and I would expect to pay for that.
Yeah. And I know because when I back in 22 when I first was coming around, and I got fired from ShopRite. I'll go 12 miles to where my high school is and back. No, and it cost me about $20 a Uber, just to go back and forth. But since we forgot to do buffets, big brother, what are you vaping on?
Same. I got the guava with the Blaze Solo, the sand, and this one's got one of Brett's juices. What I can't.
You forgot.
Oh, for the love of God, I can't tell you. I think that's banana. That's banana. The banana gasm, I think it was.
The banana gasm.
Oh, I got coffee. I've been drinking nothing but coffee since 4 o'clock this morning. That's all I can
But
taste in my mouth.
I'm vaping in the
But
other
that's
room.
all I got.
But in the other room, I'm vaping on the GT4 on top of the Aegis Legend. That has some banana pudding from Mr. Stevie Marquez. Huge shout out to him for coming in the Zoom last night, and
Yeah,
also
it was good seeing him.
sponsoring this channel. Also, I am vaping on the billet box with the Wicked Alpha that has Mr. Hunky Vapes' juice that he made. It's that chewy cake that I was telling you about, Jim, that has the citrus and the strawberry.
Yep.
And shit like that. This is actually pretty good.
Actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, back on topic. But yeah, with everything that's going on with, man, Donnie trying to fucking run shit, it's, absolutely fucking absurd with the way he just wants to, run shit. Free buses, free this, free that. Bro, you're not gonna get any of that shit passed. So why the fuck are you even wasting your time trying? And on top of that, you already know these people are gonna fucking raise the prices for MTA shit here in New York. They just had it they went up from $275 to $290. They went from $290 to $3.
Okay, so what does that $3 get you?
So basically, if I pay with a metro, something we call a Metro card here in New York, I pay that. It gives me one ride, whether it's on the bus or the subway.
Now that's a ride from the time you get on to wherever you get off, no matter where.
Correct.
So
Correct.
if you transfer, you've got to pay for another ride.
Well, sometimes they get they put after you pay, they give you a transfer. So that way, if you go, say I took the bus from here to what's called the ferry, right?
Yeah.
I have a transfer on my Metro card that's good for like an hour to 2 hours. So what I could do is I could go down to the subway once I get to Manhattan, use that transfer, and still be able to go down.
Okay.
Now if I use my credit card that's hooked up to my Apple Pay on my phone, it'll charge me for two things. It'll charge me one for like the bus and the train, and I'll still get the free transfer. Because the last time I used Apple Pay, they charged me like $5.50 just for the bus and shit like that.
Wow.
That's why I don't like paying for the bus and shit like that because they're charging a lot of money now just for the shit, and nobody's paying for it. We understand if you drop the price to like $1 and change.
Now, how scary are the buses? I mean, are they rickety? Are they dirty?
They're just dirty. That's it.
I know you're gonna get the weirdos, obviously,
Yeah.
but I mean, $5 for a bus ride, it better not be a death trap, you know.
No, the outside of the buses can be dirty depending
Oh
on.
well, yeah, the outside it's smog
Yeah,
and graffiti.
sometimes the inside of the bus is extremely dusty and very dirty. Like occasionally, like there was a couple of buses that I saw like black small like black stains from like gum on the floor, gum on the seats and shit. It gets to that point. It's very dirty. But then again, sometimes the ferry is the same way, but they try to keep it clean to the best of their abilities.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, it's one thing if it looks like they try. It's
Right.
another thing if it's just they gave up all hope, abandoned
Yeah,
their
the
all
buses they
hope.
gave up all hope for that shit.
Oh,
But
that's too
but
bad.
but then again, I do know, Jim, over at the South Ferry train terminal, they had people mopping the inside of the trains, like the floors, the platform, the train platforms, and everything inside the trains. And then the train has to take off and everything, so which is good.
See, that's what I don't get. I don't know why welfare ain't doing them jobs. If you're collecting a welfare check, you could be at the bus garage mopping out a bus.
Right.
You know, you could be washing a bus. You could be cleaning out a train, or
I mean, I could.
subway station. No, but that's what I'm saying. They
Yeah.
should have programs like that. And then now think about this. It sounds menial,
Yeah.
but if I put you to work at the bus garage scrubbing buses,
Right.
all right, now you get the attention of somebody because man, this dude goes to town. He knows what he's doing. I mean,
Right.
and now you start talking to a mechanic.
Right.
Well, now before you know it, you're hanging out with a mechanic, and you apply for a mechanic's position. And then pretty
But
soon you're in tight with this. I mean, shit like that. That's how you start.
oh yeah.
So that would be a great opportunity for people that want to better themselves. I can't find a job. Put me to work at the bus garage. Put me to work in a terminal where I can, clean the floors.
Right.
Just a stepping stone.
Right.
Don't look at it as this is where I'm going to be for the rest of my life. No,
Right.
that's a stepping stone. And you're doing a very necessary job.
And the funny thing is that's exactly what they said over at Amazon too when I was working there. They said, "Oh well, if you keep continuing to do a good job, you have the necessary ability to step up." You know, as my father said, cleaning train stations in is because it goes to rich part of the island. I'm not talking about the trains in Staten Island. I'm talking about the Manhattan trains, like the one train, the R train, and things like that. But you know, I see where you're coming from with that, though, Jim. And that's the one thing. They already have the Staten Island ferry free. Okay, and that's what they need to do for the buses and the trains. But and I understand. Mandani wants to push that and get that to being free. But I already know hands down the state itself is not gonna like that at all
No.
because they're gonna need their money. But then again, they already have all the hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of businesses here in New York already. So why not ask them and beg them for money?
But they're
Because they
going
have
to lose those businesses.
right,
They're
because
not going to be able to keep up with what he's doing to New York.
right, but here's the thing: they're already making the rent extremely high as it is. So that's why it's like you might as well just kind of ask them for fucking more money on the rent.
But
You
this is
know,
exactly what I hate you so bad, I'm going to vote against it, no matter what.
mm,
They would rather eat a dog turd than eat a piece of broccoli. You know what I'm saying? I hate it
mhm.
so bad, I would rather do this. And now they're going to pay the price. I see too many videos of voter regret.
It's like me saying I'd rather get shot by you with a BB gun than have to do all these extra things.
People don't realize how good we had it before. The government was always a pain, but at least it was two for them, one for us. They left us something. Now it's five for them and a quarter for us. It's
Right.
it's not sustainable.
It's not. And the crazy thing is the fact that all these people are complaining. Oh, this is too high. Oh, that's too high. Well, contact Mandani, have him stop being an idiot, and have him lower shit.
I think if you don't like what Mom Donnie's doing, go adopt a shelter dog.
Exactly. Because
And then
apparently
walk
all
in front of
Muslims
the
hate
state
dogs.
house every day.
Yep. Apparently, like I said, all Muslims and Islamic people hate dogs.
Well, it's not so much they hate them. The Bible told them they can't have them as pets. They're only work animals, and they're to stay outdoors at all times. They're not family members. They're not to be cuddled and coddled. You can have them for shepherding and guarding, and that's it.
Right.
That's why when you see, like, Iraq videos in Iran and
Yep.
all that, you'll see the dogs roaming the streets. They got dogs. They're just not pets.
Right. And at the same time, all these dogs want is that love and attention and love and affection
But
from.
that's how you grew up. They
Right.
grew up thinking a dog is no more than a beast of burden. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? It's like some cultures grew up eating worms and we grew up eating hamburgers.
Right.
It's just, I get where they're coming from. I just don't
Right.
get why they can't just back up and shut up.
Exactly. And that's the thing. These people don't know how to shut up, though, Jim.
Well, no, that's not their religion. Their whole goal is to dominate the world in Islamic law.
And that's exactly how it is. And this goes back to the last two lives that we did. Where I said that this world is gone to shit. Because it literally has, in every aspect, turned to shit. Now, this is a good question you may be able to answer. This is from my father. What ifs want the dog to guard the house?
No, dog can't guard the inside of the house.
The dog can guard the outside of the house.
Yes, the outside of the house only.
You see, now I'm starting to learn.
Well, no, I'm learning because I've been watching a lot of videos. I mean, yes, I was upset with the libtards in the street screaming "fuck ICE." I've been upset with the whole tranny thing, everything. But this one hits deep. You're not gonna fuck with my religion. I am not stand on the soapbox on the corner preaching to everybody, but I am religious. I
Right.
have my relationship with my Lord, and I don't want you interfering with it. I'm very supportive of your religion. Uh,
Right.
in fact, I'm very interested in your religion, but that's as far as it goes. I just have an
Mm-hmm.
interest, and I expect you to respect that in me.
Mm-hmm. And
But when
that's
I
the thing.
come up to you and I say your father's Jewish. So if
Mhm.
I say Merry Christmas, I expect him to be grown up enough to go Happy Hanukkah. Or, thank you, but something to that effect. We can be civil about it. I did not say Merry Christmas to attack you. I really didn't. I don't eat during Ramadan Ding Dong to attack you. I just eat. That's not my way. It's your way. You deal with it. But
And
I don't remember one Jew coming up to me saying you can't have that steak. It's Friday. I don't ever remember that happening.
that's never happened.
Yeah, but Jews don't eat meat on Friday, right? Or is that priest? Somebody don't eat meat on
Somebody.
Friday. I don't know. No, Jews don't eat ham. So should we ban all ham sandwiches in public?
My father said, Jim, remind me later to ask you a religious question.
But no, my point is we don't cater to any other religion like they want us to cater to them.
Mm-hmm.
If I knew how to share a video on this, I would play the video. There was this kid on there telling you how to beat the system. I can call in because I believe this. They have to provide me this because of that. No. You be thankful you got a job. Come to work, do your job. And
Exactly. And that's the thing, you know. It's the same thing with when the Chinese came over, you know, and the Mexicans and whatever other religion that was already here legally. They never fucking did all this bullshit that's going on now because they respected the fact that this is how our country is run. You know, and that's how it should have been, and that's how it should have stayed. Oh, yeah, this is what my father had told me to tell you. I don't know what religious question he wants to ask, but that's just him.
I don't know. I got a lot of weird opinions on religion. I listen to a lot of different opinions, and that's exactly what they are, opinions to me.
Exactly.
The Bible is just a collection of ideas, a collection of this is how you should act. This is where you came from. This is what I say. Take it or leave it.
Exactly. And you
No,
know
I
what?
don't
And
think
that's
any one religion has it down.
They don't. And you know, it's just the fact that almost every other religion just wants to push their religion, their beliefs onto everybody else, when that's not even the case. You know, and they just don't respect the fact that, oh, okay, these people don't, you know, they don't, you know, believe in the religion. Oh, this, oh, that. You know, it's not even the fact that they don't, we don't believe in it. It's just the fact that that's not our religion. There's should be no reason why you're pressuring us into, you know, try something else. Well, that's not our religion.
Well, I that's it. I know I'm supposed to go forth and preach the word and spread the gospel, but I don't think that entitles me to force it on you. I should be able to go, hey, I'm going to have a prayer meeting over here Monday night. If you want to come, come. That's cool. I don't
Exactly.
mind the Jehovah Witnesses standing out the grocery store saying we got a prayer meeting, you know, blah blah blah. Don't come knocking on my door. Don't pressure me.
Andy C, how you doing, sir? What are we vaping on there? No, but yeah, like what you said, you know, don't pressure it. You know,
Exactly. But I will be happy to tell you about it if you want to hear about it.
and you know what, Jim? Especially if you're in a friend group that with that one person that's always talking about religion, it's like, okay, why are you pressuring me on that? And then when they get mad when you call them out on all the fucking bullshit, it's like, no, don't get mad at that. I like this comment that my father just said. They need to lose the chip on their shoulder before they get there or they get here. Now, Jim, going into that comment that my father just said, do you believe all these idiots that want to push religion? Do you believe cold heartedly they have a chip on their shoulder?
Yes, they do because they think that they're right. They think they're above you because you're not them.
Now, since you just said that, it makes me start to believe that these people believe that they're God's gift to Green Earth.
They think they are. They think they are the children. They're the only true children of God.
Now, and I've seen this with the Hasidic Jews. They, as you know, they believe in one God, whereas the Catholics they believe in God Himself and Jesus Christ. You know, but it's like the Hasidics think that God's gift the green fucking earth.
Okay, but you take a Hasidic Jew and you give that guy the power to execute you.
Right.
That's Islam.
Exactly.
They don't. I'm sure you would get bounced out of the order or whatever you guys call it if you were
Right.
gay. All right. But in Islam, they take you out in the street and throw rocks at you until you're dead.
Oh yeah.
All right. So every religion has their way in. You know, you got the Pope, you got the whole cardinals and bishops and all that in the Catholic Church.
Yep.
They're hardcore. Every
Yep.
religion has them, but none of them can look at you and say, "Okay, you're gay, you're dead." None of them can say, "Hey, you're showing your hair, you get
Yep.
beat." You know, no, 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 no. There's something wrong with that, and I'm
Oh,
sorry
there's
if
something
we
majorly wrong.
disagree.
Yeah.
And if you happen to be Muslim, Islamic, or whatever you call it, I apologize, but that's my feeling. You guys have no problem telling me yours.
My father says, Dylan, you're wrong. The Hasidic Jews just what tasty to themselves. Speak proper
But that's what I'm
English.
saying. They are the extreme of Jews,
Yep.
but they're not out in the street marching with sticks, beating me, telling me I got to follow them.
In a way, it's also kind of like what we were speaking about like last month, 2 months ago with the Second Amendment right shit. They want us to they want to take all of our Second Amendment rights away. And it's like, why the fuck are you taking away my gun right to protect myself from idiots like this?
But that's why. If you can't protect yourself, anybody and everybody can run roughshod over you.
Oh, he said you're wrong. The Hasidic Jews just want to stay to themselves. That's not fucking true. Because
Yeah,
what you
they
don't.
do. I've never had a Jew come up and berate me for my religion. I've never had a Jew tell me I'm wrong because I ate a pork chop. I've had them tell me, no, we don't do that.
Right.
But I've never had a Jew tell me, hey, you can't do that.
Right. Now there was a couple of Hasidic Jews that fucking told me I need to move on the bus and shit like that when I'm literally just sitting there by myself. Like, why do I have to fucking move? There's two other fucking seats.
I don't know. I guess I see everything a little more black and white.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
understand
because
the.
it's cause, and no disrespect to Jew Jim, you have that old school mentality
Yeah,
with the way
everything
things
is
are
black
seen.
and white. It's a matter of respect. I respect
Exactly.
you enough to let you be the idiot you want to be.
That's
That's it.
exactly.
That's what it
Yeah.
boils down to. Let me do what I want to do. You do what you want to do. Now, we can argue all day semantics, but yes,
Yeah.
we do have to have base laws. You can't murder somebody, you can't steal. I get that. But I should be able to worship, say, own, build whatever I want. And that's it.
Exactly. And you know it, and you live honest to God. You live your most peaceful life if you don't have everyone else and their mother forcing their religion onto you.
For that matter, there weighs anything on you.
Yes,
Because
and
at some point, now see, this is where this gets tricky
freedom
because
of
we're talking
choice.
Gen Z, we're talking millennials, we're talking all these crazy kids we're bitching about today.
Yeah.
You, I look at something like it's this way or that way,
Yep.
and these kids seem to look at it, but you could go this way and then that way and then this way and this could mean that and then I could do this. No,
These kids
everything
nowadays
becomes
make everything
so
so fucking
complicated.
complicated. Exactly. They make it so fucking complicated where and Jim, and this is how I see things. You with the way I see things, you either have your choice of going with the light side of things and do right, or you can go take the path of darkness and fuck up your entire life and do shit you want to do that's gonna really fuck you over in the end.
I would just say it's more chaotic, but you're allowed to do that.
Yep.
But just don't do it in my face because
Exactly.
we didn't invent new rules. America has been America for 250 years.
Yep.
We've been on the same piece of paper governing our actions. We didn't make this law up. You want to be different, you have to adjust. We're not going to adjust to you. We
Exactly.
never accepted trans bathrooms. We never accepted boys in the sports. We never accepted this before. We're not going to now. You deal with it because that's your choice.
In all reality, it's like those transgender people we always talk about in Zoom. You know, they made their choice of doing a whole sex change. Nobody forced them to do anything with that. That was their choice to do it.
Yeah.
They wanted to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on doing a whole sex change, get the tits, get the fuck
And you're
their
telling me
pocket
that's not a
balls.
mental illness.
It it is a mental illness in more ways than one. You
God
know,
almighty.
brother, it's like fucking Mark going live wearing fucking Angela's clothes. That's a mental illness.
No, that's funny. That's comedy. I dare you to find. I mean, I can remember one year I put on a dress for Halloween. It didn't make me gay. That was funny.
You in a dress? I
To,
can't
to
picture that.
say that I'm in the wrong body, I'm actually a woman, I can get pregnant. No, shut up. You
The
have an
pregnant
illness.
part that's definitely a mental illness.
Yeah, you got an illness. And I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of you, but just understand we're not going to run our country around that illness. We're not going to make laws to protect that illness.
And you know, and that's the problem with some of these people. Okay, you can be gay and everything. That's fine, but don't go around saying, "Oh, I was born in a different body. I can get pregnant and shit." No, you're just making shit complicated for your own self.
Yep. You're just trying to fit a trend. Is my feeling is it's a trend because
Exactly.
it's cool because it's against the system. Now, but my feelings don't matter. If
Right.
you did it and just shut up about it, don't get on the news, don't expect special treatment. I really don't care what you do. I really feel bad for you, but I don't care that you did it.
Exactly. That's my take on it. Is like I personally just don't give a shit anymore about it. You know, at the end of the day, you're gonna do what you
Amen,
want.
Andy. Freedom of choice.
Exactly.
Every one of us, and I don't care what you believe, every one of us is going to answer to our maker. That's your judgment. You do what you want to on this earth. You've got a Bible. You know what's expected of you. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. Make your choices.
Exactly. That's exactly what it has to come to. You need to make your own choices.
But do not cry when you're held accountable for those choices.
Exactly.
Yes, I have the right to say you look ugly, but when that guy punches me in the nose, I really can't scream.
No, that's a fact. You know, you're gonna get knocked out. You know,
There's a consequence to everything. I pay my rent, I get to live here another month. I don't pay my rent, they kick me out. There's a consequence. It was my choice.
that, you know, and that's the thing. You know, some of these people, you know, they can sit there and do all this shit, but yet they think that their actions don't have consequences.
No,
And
but for years, that's what they grew up believing because we gave them a trophy every time they stepped outdoors. We never said no to them. We gave them all they wanted.
exactly.
We set them in front of a screen while we went and sat in front of ours. You know,
And you know, and that's the thing, and then it goes to how do I put it? It's basically like saying all these parents, newer parents nowadays. It's like saying, all they want to do is fucking give their child an iPad just to shut them the fuck up. Okay,
Well, yeah.
it's not our fault that these kids want to be iPad babies and shit. Not our fault. That's just how these kids were brought up because they see all the adults with all the different technology that's there, like the computers, the iPhones, the iPads and shit like that. Like I said, they see this, so they were born into shit like this.
Yep.
So
But
technically, like I said, it's not our fault for that shit.
it's a pattern we have to stop.
And that's exactly what it is. It's a pattern we have to stop. We have to stop, all these other idiots from pressuring us into a religion we don't want. That this country was not based around. As my camera's fucked up.
What'd you do?
I don't know. But like I said, we have to stop these other people from pressuring us into doing their religion when, like I said, or like you said, Jim, this country was based off Judaism and freaking being Catholic,
Christianity, yeah.
and that's what these people trying to pressure others about needs to stop. Because it's at the end of the day, it's going to be a endless cycle of shit. That's gonna keep going on until the end of time.
And then some. Yep. But it's an endless battle that's been going on since the end of time.
Oh yeah, that's true. Ugh. Do we have any more content for the show?
No. I mean, I could ramble all day. So, yeah, if you want to shut me up now, that's probably not a bad thing.
That's up to you, brother.
No, it's up to you. It's your show.
Ugh. I still have to eat
All right. Well, you go eat. I got to take care of a few things anyway this afternoon. So,
and wake the wife up. Probably that's if she's
no,
not
she
up.
just got back from the grocery store.
Oh, she was already out.
In
I
fact,
like
now
how
I got to go haul in groceries. So,
I like how I got yelled at. All right, brother. You gonna be in Zoom tonight?
I'll be in Zoom tonight.
All right. Well, any final words?
Don't be a dick, please. Just don't be a dick. Love your neighbor. And, hey, stand up for what you believe in.
Yes. All right.